All right, let's hope third time's the charm. So this is a video, it's a review and some of the modifications I made to my YesWelder TIG-205P. The one they're currently selling is the 205P Pro. As far as I can tell, the only difference between the two is the display on the Pro is bigger and better, but I think the welder's probably about the same. So I am not getting paid by YesWelder. I've not gotten anything free from YesWelder. Everything I'm going to show you today, I've paid for with my own money. I reached out to YesWelder when they put out a video on the 205P Pro and mentioned some of the modifications that I'd done and asked them if they'd like me to do a video, and they said yes. So again, haven't gotten anything from them. If they want to send me a welder that'll weld aluminum, count me in. If they want to send me anything else, free swag, whatever, count me in. But this is unsponsored. I paid for everything out of my own money. So I bought the TIG-205P off of Amazon. It was about $200. I bought the tank over there off of Facebook, or no, Craigslist. I got it from a guy that his dad is a salvage guy. They got buildings and stuff, and they come across tanks with that, and he had a friend at a gas place that he takes the tanks to and gets them filled. So I paid $240 for that Argon tank. The welder was $200. It didn't include everything you're seeing here. I'm going to go over this. But what it comes with is a torch, not a foot pedal, no foot pedal, torch, and a stick welder attachment. Excuse me. So let me go over a few things, kind of how it works when you first get this. So when you first get the welder, you have to do your settings and everything, and you're going to set it all up for this torch here that's got the button. So you can see up here, can't read that, but it says foot pedal, 2T, 4T, spot. And then on this side, you've got TIG, pulse TIG, and stick weld. So you set your settings up. I'll turn it on just kind of so you can see what it's like when you, what it sounds like. It's pretty loud with the fan. I've got the foot pedal set on right now, so that's why that light on the right is at foot pedal, and then you're able to adjust your amperage right there. So it's pretty loud with the fan. I'm going to shut it back off. And should shut off. Yeah. Okay. So your settings that you set up when you first get it going is you've got your beginning voltage. So if you're not doing the foot pedal and you use it how it comes, you just do your initial amperage, and then it'll ramp up to the amperage that you've set on there. So you can have it ramp up, start out at a lower amperage and go up. And then it also how long you want the gas to purge in before the weld starts. Then you can set up how long the gas runs after you've let off. So I'm old school. I use a Huntsman fixed glass helmet. I use a number 11. I love the gold ones. I found a place that sells European glass welding shields, not the plastic ones. So I've been MIG welding for about probably between 30 and 35 years. And I've just always used a fixed helmet. I kind of don't trust the auto darkening, and I've gotten used to the fixed. So I didn't want to change. So I started out with what it came with, no foot pedal. The foot pedal, 79 bucks. So the 2T and 4T settings, the way those work, and don't quote me on this, I could have them backwards, but I think I got it right. 2T is, watch my thumb, on, off, okay? 4T I think is on, off. Okay, so with a fixed helmet, what I was trying to be able to do is get the TIG where I wanted to weld, hold my other hand, and then get my hand in place to weld, flip my helmet down, and then turn it on. And if you notice, when I do that, the welder's moving a little bit. So I didn't like that. So what I did was I bought the foot pedal right here. It's the YesWelder foot pedal, 79 bucks off of Amazon. A lot of the stuff you can buy directly from YesWelder also. Their stuff's pretty reasonable. The tag on the box says FP 5PB. I think it's one of the only foot pedals they have. It's a 5-pin. Works great on this. It's got the variable amperage. It's a nice size. Again, I've never TIG welded before this, so I don't have a lot of experience, but I'm really happy with it so far. I've got a lot of hours in on this thing already. You'll see the stainless steel exhaust video I'm going to post for my dad's TJ, where we welded 4 bungs into the header, well, 2 into the header and then 2 into the downpipe, and then I cut off the downpipe and changed the collector from a 2 1/4 to a 3-inch, and then I put some 45s in it and stuff and welded all that stainless together. So it came with this, so that once you go to the foot pedal, you don't have to do the button anymore. But when you go to the foot pedal, now your full amperage when you press down on the foot pedal, so when you go down, you're full, and then you let off. Okay, so that setting doesn't work on the welder anymore. It's all up to you with the foot pedal. Foot pedal, variable, works awesome. I like it. So started welding with it, and I was like, this torch is heavy. It's a WP17, and so I emailed YesWelder and I said to him, hey, do you have a different torch that'll go into this thing and get rid of the button thing and stuff and just go to like a standard torch like this? And they sent me something for a water-cooled one and some other stuff, but nothing like what I have now. So I did some research, so I looked at it, and basically the fitting on the original torch is a 16 millimeters. So you've got the plug over there, and then you have this that screws in, that's a 16 millimeter. You got the 5-pin plug and the 16 millimeter. So the 16 millimeter has all the gas and has the power running through it. So I started doing some research online with Amazon, and I found this one. This is, hopefully you can read it. It's a WP. It's from Welding Night. And you want to get the first one right there. It's a WP air-cooled TIG torch, 13-foot cable, plug, 16 millimeter fitting. So I was like, here we go. Okay, it comes with a 2-pin thing and the switch on it. So what I was able to do was I just cut that off right here. Cut that off, strung it back through. You can see it comes with this nice shield right here, this rubber shield around it. Just ran that wire back out. And I had bought this part right there. That's all suede down there that I bought from YesWelder, I think through Amazon. So this TIG torch, 49 bucks. I think that was a pretty good deal. It comes with a couple of cups and the collets for your tungsten and everything else. So that was, to me, the game changer of now I'm running a pretty standard WP17 TIG torch and I'm running a number 5 cup, and I'll go through some of the consumables I have on this. But with that, I think, like I mentioned to YesWelder when I asked him about doing this video, I think they should be selling a torch like that with the foot pedal. I think they should offer a package where you either buy the foot pedal or you buy the foot pedal with a torch, and then you'd be all set instead of, you know, me having to do the research and find this one. But hopefully that maybe they'll heed my advice. So the welding cart I built, what I did was I started out on the bottom there. That's a bread cart that I left. The depth is what a bread cart is what they put all the, they have those plastic trays that they put the bread on when they bake it, and then they stack them up, and they have a cart that they put the stack of plastic bread trays on. So that's a free bed cart I got, or bread cart. Then that's actually bed frame that I used because I'm cheap and I wanted to build a cart for free. So, which was a mistake, because you're better off with just buying angle iron. As I've said in some of my other videos, bed frames are strange steel. So I built this cart. What I wanted was 2 shelves underneath for consumables. I've got a hook over there. What I did was when Orchard Supply went out of business, they threw away a lot of their shelving. I grabbed a bunch of the hooks from their shelving. And so this is all angle iron. When I put this together, like I said, I took the bread cart and narrowed it. And then I built the top box part. And then I welded the uprights in and connected them to the box part. The way I should have done it was I should have just done the top box, done a bottom box, built the whole thing together all square, and then welded that onto the cart. That would have been a better way to do it if I had to do it over again. My other mistake was I took the dimensions off YesWelder's website for this welder. They were wrong. That was my mistake. What I should have done was measured the welder, because what I'll show you here, hopefully I don't make you nauseous, is I had to extend out the top here, top shelf. So I did that to make it so it was on one deal there. You can see I kind of went up. I went wide with the cart so that I could use a big tank. That's an Argon CO2. You just want to run straight CO2 or CO2 helium. But I went big with it so I could put either size tank on it. Did a little hook there for my ground. Got that hook over there for the hot side, or the torch side. And then I'm using Harbor, Vulcan, Defender TIG gloves. They've worked out pretty good. Gotten a few hotties when I've gotten a little close with the feeder rod. I bought a thickness gauge off of Amazon that I'm keeping on the welder too. And then I welded on, I don't know if you can see them here, maybe right there. I welded on some chain links to run the tie down through it to hold the tank on. My other mistake was with using the welding cart. I should have just made the whole cart from scratch. It's kind of narrow, so what I ended up doing was I made these stanchions where I welded a nut into the bottom with a bolt, and then this comes out, and I put 2 sets of holes in them so I can just raise them up when I'm wheeling it around, then put it down. Then it's nice and stable when it's sitting, and I don't have to worry about tipping over. So let me go through my consumables here with you and give you an idea. So I took and bought these trays at like Home Depot. I think they were under $2 a piece. And here's the stick welding setup that comes with it. I just have that down there. I put the cup in to put the torch in and stuff. So for starters, I've been buying, so I went on Amazon and did the most popular on a lot of this stuff. The YesWelder wire is very popular. So this is the ER 308L stainless. Only complaint is, wish it was longer, but this is a 5-pound thing, and that right there is the ER 70S mild steel. So I bought 5 pounds of each. When I got going on this thing, what I did was, off of Facebook, we had gotten some free Amazon exhaust tubing, and it was an exhaust tubing kit. This stuff is the hardest stuff I've ever MIG welded. You get going on it, you think you're letting a nice bead down on a MIG welder, and the next thing you know, you get about that far in, and then your weld just all melts away that you just laid down. So some of the hardest stuff I've ever MIG welded. So I said to myself, if I can weld that stuff on a TIG welder, I'm off to the races. Now, my welds aren't the best. I'm still learning. They're a lot better now after I've done that stainless steel exhaust. But so I just cut a bunch of this free Amazon pipe and then welded it all together. So I was pretty happy. I knew I could do exhaust, which is the primary reason I bought this thing. So that's that story. Let me go through my consumables here. I bought, like I said, I'm using their rod, and then move this back here. I've got, this is my bottom tray, and I had to train these trays out from what I got at Home Depot. But you can see here, I've got the plug that comes with it that allows you to run 110. I'm running at 220 because I got the 220 set up for the MIG and everything. I had to get an adapter for my plug, which was no big deal. But if you get in a jam, you can run it on 110. I tried one of these. So this is a stainless brush. I highly recommend get some stainless brushes. They're great if you're welding stainless, and they're just good for cleaning your welds up and stuff too. I got one of these welding TIG pens, this Clark Brother. It's kind of harder to operate than I thought, where you put your wire in it and you're supposed to be able to just kind of work it along. And I just kind of got frustrated with it and just said, screw it, and just started using the wire with the gloves like everybody else does. Went on Amazon, looked at what was most popular for tungsten. YesWelder's pretty popular on that stuff. So what I bought was, I'm doing a lot of exhausts with this. So I bought 16th wire, I bought 16th tungsten, and I went with blue lanthanated 16th tungsten. I cut them in half. I watched a lot of TIG welding videos, and a lot of the guys talked about cutting them in half so then you have twice as many rods as what you'd normally have, and then you can just sharpen them all at the same time. And then when you touch the tungsten to something and it's not sharp anymore or whatever, or it's got garbage on it, you switch to another one. So I bought that 16th lanthanated. I bought a 16th and 32nd lanthanated also, so I got something a little thicker. And then I bought the 16th thoriated. I haven't tried that yet. I've been mostly sticking with the lanthanated and the 16th. When I bought the thickness gauge on Amazon, it came with this wire gauge also. I thought it was kind of cool. I haven't used it yet, but kind of cool. I also watched videos on people sharpening and having their dedicated grinders and stuff like that. I got this off of Amazon, where you hook it up to your Dremel, and it comes with a diamond disc like the one I did a review that I bought from Harbor. This comes with all that. It comes with a little pouch with diamond discs in it and stuff. I'll put a link in the description of which seller. Comes with another collet too, extra diamond discs. I'm still on the first diamond discs. The hardest thing about this thing is getting it on the Dremel, because you have the threaded part for the Dremel, so you have to drop this baby into here like that, and then thread the whole thing onto the Dremel, and then tighten it so it stays in place. Then you can cut the tungsten in half with it. You can see you can kind of feed it right in there and cut it in half. And then you've got your 0.04 size tungsten at 10 degrees, got your 16th at 15 degrees, got your 3/32 at 20 degrees, and you got your 1/8 inch at 22.5 degrees. So this is nice. You hook it up to the Dremel. You got all your tungsten cut in half. You run them all through. You get your nice tip on all of them. You put them in the thing, and then when you hit them on the rod or hit them on the material you're welding, you just grab another one and you're ready to go. And you don't have to have a dedicated grinder or any of that stuff. It's just all in one place. And like you can see, it's kind of a pain in the diamond blade thing, but the diamond blade is working great. I mean, it cuts through the tungsten and it sharpens it really well. And like I said, I'm still on the first one. So that's what I have in that shelf. And then here, this was left over from Christmas. I took all the stuff so this came with the YesWelder. They give you 3 cups. And then they give you the long collet thing that tightens these. So you got 3 collet sizes that comes with it. And then you got the long one, then you got the stubby one. So that came with it. This one here came with the Welding Night TIG torch. And then this was a YesWelder supplemental one I bought, I think for like $9 off of Amazon. I'm going to buy some more number 5 cups. I've found you can buy them pretty cheap. I've got the TIG-205P instructions that I put in there. And then I've got somewhere here, I've got the instructions for the torch. Yes. So this is the Welding Night A150. You can see the part, those are just tie wraps. I just cut those off, cut the wire, strung that out, and then that's the torch you see over there now. And then what I did was, again, watched a lot of videos to try and figure out settings, because the instructions tell you how to set it up, but they don't tell you exactly your settings. So what I came up with is I'm running a number 5 cup. I want to run 10 to 12 ch cubic feet per hour. And then on the amperage, I want 1 amp per every 1,000th of an inch. So that's why I've got my gauge over there that get the measurement, figure out my amperage. That's your beginning amperage. Obviously, if you're burning holes and stuff and everything, then you want to run your amperage down or let your foot off the pedal. Oh, and I got my notes here. 2T, have to keep button held on. 4T, you click on and then you click off, just like I said. So I did get it right. Then I've got my instructions down here for the foot pedal that came with the foot pedal. And then what I also have here is I bought a YesWelder 71-piece supplemental torch set. That's where I got the stubby that I have on the TIG torch over there. And it comes with some cool stuff. It's got the whole clear lens things and stuff in there. There's your stubby that I put on there. It's got the shorter cups and everything than the standard, and the shorter collets and all that stuff. So that was a pretty good deal. It was 40-something bucks. Oh, and then the flow meter I bought for this, I had bought a Rexweld, which is like one of the most popular ones on Amazon, flow meter up on the bottle. And I had bought one for a MIG welder, thought it was pretty cool, knew it was most popular, so I just bought that. If I had to do it over again, I'd buy the YesWelder one, because the YesWelder one comes with 2 flow meters on it out of 1 bottle. So you're able to run one to the welder and one if you're doing a purge, like if you're doing an exhaust and you want to run a purge through the exhaust like you see on a lot of the videos. So if I had to do it over again, I'd buy the YesWelder one, but I'm happy with the RxWeld one. So I think that's everything that I've done. If you have any questions, hit me up, and hopefully this helps people. I love this welder. I taught myself how to TIG weld with it now. I've been, like I said, I've been MIG welding for probably somewhere 33, 34, 35 years, somewhere in there. And I've got a Cobra torch. I've dabbled with that, so I can gas weld a little bit, but this was my first crack at TIG welding, and I feel like I'm progressing very well. I was very happy I was able to use my fixed glass. I was really worried when I first did it that I was going to have to get a auto darkening helmet and stuff to do it, but after getting the foot pedal and getting the lighter torch and stuff, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I'm really happy with my progress. Doing that stainless exhaust, I think I welded almost 10 hours on that thing, and I just felt very comfortable by the end of that. So I'm really happy with this welder. Like I said, if YesWelder wants to send me one that'll allow me to weld aluminum, have at it. I'd love it. If they don't, that's fine too. I'd probably buy one myself eventually. But this is great. I'm really happy with it. I do a lot of exhaust work and stuff, and this is a really nice thing to have in my arsenal. I'm tired of MIG welding exhausts and gas welding exhausts and stuff. This is way better. So I hope that helps everybody. I'm going to put a video up of me welding with it and a makeshift welding table that we had to make because I was doing it in a different garage. But hope this helps out. Like and subscribe.